With all 15 World Masters defeated, it's time to pay a visit to Wily. Base has a bigger charge shot, but it doesn't pierce through walls. Kinda disappointing if you'd ask me. Gemini Man is fun to use, but his lasers, especially in comparison to the things we already have, isn't as useful. Especially compared to the saw blades. At least it pierces through enemy guards too. This looks like a job for Quick Man. For sections like these, the extra iframes granted by the dash are very handy. Ah, they're back. Oh, I want that. This looks like a job for Ring Man. Now for Cut Man. Of all the RMs to get item 1, why Cut Man? And now I reached the point where the footage corruption stops. Back to the live footage. That's one other criticism I have about the game. Gimmicks should have been introduced a bit. Gimmick introduction should have been better. One down, X left to go. What? Propulsion and water. I do appreciate how this final part of the stage is using a combination of the previously established gimmicks. I had to take it down in order to get the E-Tank. Who's next? Show yourself. Bow Spider? Fancy seeing you here. And now you're gone. Next teleport unlocked. Halfway point. More than a few objects that should be solid aren't solid in this game. Sea spikes is a good example. Of the many RMs that are in this game, Flashman is one of the best, up there with Metal Man. Oh sure, he isn't that good at platforming, but his damage capabilities are pretty good. Oh no, vibrating uncontrollably. I think the base wire adapter is better. At least with that one, you won't get stuck to walls. I'll raid all the RMs just before the final boss. If these were instant death or close to, I'd be raging quite a bit in this segment. Something else I want to point out. Proto Man's shield protects him against force beams. It's just that good. Who's next up? Mega Dragon? I know how you're supposed to do it, but this is the more optimal way for me. Common trend throughout the game, Dabuman. You can actually hit enemies from off screen, but most enemies can't return the favor. Will restore here? That's suspicious. Sunday boss battle. Five different RMs. Make that 8. Make that 1. Of all the RMs, Top Man was the only survivor. This is it. We're coming up to the final boss. Time to summarize my thoughts on each of the RMs. Starting with good old Omega. As a starting character, he's pretty good, especially his sliding and charge shots. But once you get other characters like Roll and everyone else, he loses his luster. Next up is Proto Man. Compared to Mega, he's slightly better, but his lack of sliding hurts him. There aren't that many areas where using the Proto Shield is useful. He would be much more useful if enemies were more damaging in general. Roll. She's awesome. She's decent against regular foes and bosses, but where she shines is with her superior mobility, and also her access to sliding. She's better than Mega Man in almost every category. Base. He's kind of underpowered outside of his Super Buster. Metal Man. Great against regular foes, great against bosses, and his very high jump works wonders when platforming. One of the best bosses in the game. Quick Man. He moves very fast, but his jump height is a bit lower than I expected. Him being able to dash forward is nice, but in most places, it makes him kind of uncontrollable. Best served for more experienced players. Elec Man. Moves about the same rate as Mega, jumps about as high. The main thing that's nice about him is his Thunder Beam and his Thunder Shield. It tears through bosses. Cut Man. Decent against regular enemies and bosses. Main advantage is being able to spawn item 1. Fireman. Solid offensive pick. His regular shots can pierce through enemy guards, but his charge shots can't. He was good until I got characters like Metal Man. Iceman. The main advantage of him is that he can fire in 8 different directions, but once I got Metal Man, he lost his luster. Plus his charge attack isn't really that useful. Flashman. Jumps normally but is one of the slowest characters, down there with Crashman. His best ability is his charge attack, basically being a screen clearing weapon, great against enemies and bosses alike. Gemini Man. Didn't really use him as much. He's a decent pick, being one of the faster characters, jumps about at the same height, and can spawn clone sentries of himself. Ringman. Can jump pretty high, moves about the same rate, and his rings sort of home in on enemies. Plus he has a shield too. Not as strong as the Electro Shield, but it lasts longer. Crashman. Walks slower, jumps slower, his base attack is okay, but his charge attack feels underwhelming. It really should deal more damage to enemies. Plus he can self-damage himself with it. Skullman. Underwhelming. Base movement speed and jumping, he has a base buster, and his homing attacks don't really deal that much damage. Snake Man. His sword snakes climb up walls and can pierce through enemy guards, but his wire adapter-like ability can soft lock you if you're not careful. So that's all the RMs. My favorite ones are definitely Metal Man, Elec Man, Flash Man, and Roll. Okay Wily, show me what you got. Starting off easy enough. He's in the background now. Those are force beams. Protoman's taking a force beam bat. Where's a flea repellent when you need one? He already had a gravity-like effect earlier. Oh wait, I see the problem. Elec Man, do your thing. GG. Sorry Wily, your plans of world domination have been foiled yet again. So that ends my Let's Play of Mega Man Army. An okay to decent Metroidvania. I'm leaning towards calling it okay. And the ending was very anticlimactic. Even lierinwait's previous 3 Mega Man Classic fan games had some ending text. This one not having it is a straight downgrade. The graphics and music were straight up taken from a combination of Mega Man The Wily Wars and the Mega Man 3D series. And I like how everything is 16-bit instead of the usual 8-bit. Gameplay wise, I already discussed my feelings on all the bots, so I'll talk more about the level design. It was okay at best. Most areas have their own unique gimmicks and mechanics, which is an improvement over the 3D series, but sadly, they're not explored to the fullest potential. If anything, almost all the areas should be made longer, so that all the enemies and objects have more time to shine. One of my other big critiques about the game is that everything feels like it deals too little damage to Mega Man and friends, especially in the endgame once they acquire all those life extenders and E-tanks. And of course, there were those several crashes. All in all, this was an okay experience. The ideas and potential were nice, but failed to be realized fully. There are in fact better Metroidvanias made in Mega Man Maker, for example. Hopefully, this game's sequel is better than this one. I'll be playing that in the near future. Nevertheless, thanks for watching my Let's Play of this game, viewers. If you enjoyed it, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help out the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well, and join my Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in a future Let's Play